I'm Stephen Atkins, Member of Youth Parliament for Warrington South and Chair of Youthoria, the North West Regional Youth Forum. The UK Youth Parliament elections are taking place in Warrington between the 2nd and the 5th of June. This is your chance to have your say on who becomes our next Member of Youth Parliament for our town. The UK Youth Parliament is a body full of young people that represents their town and their community locally and regionally and nationally. Please watch the next Manifestos and make your decision on who should be the next MYP. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rachel Davis and I'm running to be your MYP for Warrington, representing 20,000 young people. Now that won't be easy, however accepting that something isn't easy is the first step in succeeding in something that's hard. One thing that would be challenging would be getting the opinions of you, the 20,000 young people I would be representing, and also getting you to be enthusiastic about the say that you have. One way I would do this is by taking advantage of the social media and having active, informative pages that you can use to put forward your ideas and respond to any questions I need answering. Also, after gathering your views, it might be challenging to get adults to listen and act on them. Succeeding in this would require perseverance and also the knowledge and confidence to put forward our views in the best possible light. I've gained this experience from my volunteer work with the RDA and would be successful in engineering change. Two of the aspects I would focus on would be the bad impression that adults have of us in Warrington and the lack of information about things to do. Many adults have a very negative view of us and many of them act on it, discriminating against us because we are young people. This needs to change. One of the ways I would combat this is by highlighting the good work that young people do in our community. Also, it isn't easy enough to find information about things to do in Warrington, and more teen-only activities should be offered. I have already suggested live why I consider having teen-only swim times and feel that activities should attempt to work more closely with schools to spread information about their services. I would also recommend that they embrace the social media and update young people more regularly. I'm Rachel Davis. Vote for Rachel.
Hiya, I'm Mike Moran and I'm one of your candidates for MYP this year. There's a lot of reasons I really want to do the job, but mainly I've got 4 main points that I want to work on as your MYP. The first one I want to work on is I really want to try and help and save youth services from the cuts that just keep coming in every year, harsher and harsher. I want to try and save youth services, I want to try and save places like the Youth Cafe. I want to try and protect your opportunities, your education, and even places where places have to shut, I want to try and find volunteers and charities to step in to run it instead. Because I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people underestimate the value of community spirit in politics, and I really want to try and step in and tap into that. Second thing I'm focusing on is I want to fight stigma against young people, improve our relationship with the police. At the end of the day, in a lot of media, young people are portrayed as yobs, we're portrayed as being without morals. People see hoodies and assume they're up to no good, and that's just not acceptable in today's society, and I really want youth to be respected a lot more. The third thing I want to tackle is I really want to tackle on discrimination and mental health issues. I'm an experienced campaigner in LGBT rights, and I really want to try and help against stigma against people with mental health issues, especially things like depression, anxiety. People with depression are still seen as weird by some people, and that's just not acceptable. Finally, the thing I want to focus on is I want to try and promote Warrington's culture and try and put us on the map. I want to try and bring in more local musical talent, more local artistic talent, get the Power Hall to put more local bands on display. I want to try and make Warrington a town in its own right with its own proud heritage. And that's why I want to be your MYP.
Hi, I'm Tim, I'm 16 and I'm standing for election as your MYP in Warrington. Now I'm sure you've heard plenty of people in the past making you empty promises that they never deliver on. Pledging these brilliant ideas that never actually happen, but that's just not me. I feel really passionate about changing the lives of young people in Warrington for the better, and that's why I'm standing as MYP. I already have great experience campaigning with groups like Hope Not Hate, and have through that made some really good relationships with councillors, which I feel puts me in a strong position to deliver on the pledges that I make. Now, what would I do if I was elected? So firstly, I want to protect the bus routes in our town, especially the ones that are used a lot by young people, because a lot of bus services are getting cut. And I think if vital services that young people use get cut, it could really affect the lives of young people, as they wouldn't be able to get to school, wouldn't be able to get to work properly, and would have to find alternative, often more expensive modes of transport. Now, secondly, I want to improve our relationship with the police. I think at the moment we've not got enough access points. I think we can't talk to them in the way we'd like to. So I think our relationship needs to be improved so that we can use the police in the best way possible and they can do their job in a safe and good environment. Now, finally, I want to improve youth services in our town. I think we've got some really good things, such as the Youth Cafe and the Skills Bank here in Warrington, but they're not advertised enough. So I think we need to really push on advertising for our youth services so that everyone knows the great opportunities that are there for them in their town and how to utilise them. Thanks for listening and hope I can count on your support in the election.
Hi guys, my name's Tom and here's why I want to be your NYP. So what is an NYP? A Member of Youth Parliament is somebody who represents you guys, somebody who takes our ideas and turns them into reality. On a personal level, I've been working with youth councils for over 2 years now. More recently as the chair of Warrington Youth Council, and also representing all the young people in Halton and Cheshire regionally. Youth Parliament is particularly important to me, as it's the ideas that we all share that will ultimately make Warrington a better place. Like you, I'm especially passionate about mental health and drugs and alcohol information. Too many young people, including somebody from my own school community, are lost because of substance misuse. It's time to learn all the facts so that we and our friends can be kept safe. Together we can make Warrington a landmark area for brilliant mental health services, services that no young person should ever be afraid to access. Our future is something we all must come by, and good grades will help us get the best future that we can. However, when we leave school, some of us are not prepared for work. We need good work experience and advice on CV writing and finance. Sometimes this is overlooked. This needs to change. We need to have a curriculum that prepares us for life. And whilst young people may only be 20% of the population, we're 100% of the future. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. But what really counts is what you do with those seconds.
Hello, my name is Rose Warburton. It would take more than 90 seconds to tell you everything I want to achieve and improve in Warrington, so I'm going to focus on one issue, mental health. 1 in 10 young people suffer from diagnosable mental health issues, and unfortunately, people close to me have been no different. I think it's important to educate young people on the causes, symptoms and treatments of mental health illnesses. A way to achieve this would be by inviting charities and outside agencies into schools to perform workshops. I also hope this will break down the stereotypes surrounding mental illness, because it doesn't make you crazy, it means you're unwell. A very common mental health issue at the moment is self-harm and/or suicidal behaviour. Being around people suffering from said issues, I've learned that counselling and therapy, although effective, cannot meet the needs of everyone. So I want to open and promote groups where young people can share common experiences in confidence. If elected, I would look forward to helping Warrington's youth in a variety of different ways. At this point, I have limited resources in that I cannot know everything that should be improved for young people. So I need you, the youth of Warrington, to let me know what you think. My name is Rose Warburton. I hope you'll vote for me.